Back in the late 90s and early aughts, companies that were churning out new software and internet tools had to start making business decisions just as quickly. And so a new ethos for business was born. You've probably heard of it. Move fast and break things.
The mandate being handed to entrepreneurs was to sprint. And if you hit some things with your tail along the way, that's just the cost of doing business.
This is leadership coach Anne Morris. Anne saw this, at times, reckless strategy play out again and again.
This ethos of move fast and break things was encouraged and rewarded by the people writing the checks. So the venture capital community at this time was very clear that it was growth that mattered, speed of growth that mattered, and everything else was secondary. And your job as a company builder was to deal with the collateral damage later.
And later eventually arrived about 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, the moment was when the phone started to ring.
Anne and her wife, Harvard business professor Frances Frye, started getting these calls.
You know, Uber called, Riot Games called.
WeWork called too.
Anne and Frances, can you help us clean up the wreckage here? That's when we got involved.
CEOs were imploding. Their rash methods stopped working once their companies were established. They'd built businesses, but no sense of trust. And so Anne and Frances started studying how successful CEOs were approaching the changing market.
The most effective change leaders were not moving fast and breaking things. They were moving fast and fixing things. And they were moving with urgency and building trust at the same time.
Anne decided to turn their approach into a method, one she could teach to CEOs or anyone who was struggling at work.
This is really for anyone who wants to solve problems and has them, which describes most of the people on the planet.
We spend so much of our lives working. In the U.S., the average person will put in about 90,000 hours during their lifetime. And most of us would like to make all that time at work better. So on this episode, Monday through Friday, ideas from the front lines of work. From how we structure the work week, why we valorize work, and what we can do to give our work meaning. So let's get back to Anne Morris and the method she developed.
It's a playbook for fixing problems quickly.
She frames it around the work week. Each day, a step towards a big change.
It's Monday through Friday. Each day has a distinct agenda that builds on itself. And the headline is that you earned the right to move fast by Friday by moving through these steps. And the payoff is speed.